There are moments when a single arrival redraws the map. This morning, the usual hum of the Ciutat Esportiva was punctured by a different rhythm. The measured steps of a man whose boots once threaded the Camp Nou turf and whose passes once stitched opponents into submission. Thiago Alcantara walked into Barcelona's facilities not as the midfielder who once danced through tight spaces, but as a presence with a clipboard imagination. Quietly observed in staff rooms, part of the conversations that shape training and temperament. The image of him in meetings makes a promise that reverberates through corridors, experience returning to a club in need of precise, cerebral influence. This reunion is not accidental. Sources close to the first team say it was an express ask from Hansi, a coach who has seen Thiago's tactical mind at Bayern and values the translating thread between strategy and the players who must execute it. When a manager calls for a former apprentice, it signals more than nostalgia, it signals a strategic move to accelerate adaptation, to bring into the room someone fluent in the language of both the manager and the club's identity. For a side balancing youth and expectation, that kind of translator of ideas, of temperament, becomes essential. Thiago's past brushes with coaching make this fit feel natural. He was already integrated with the squad last season in a short stint, learning the rhythms of the staff and offering the insights of a recent player who knows the modern locker room's pulse. That blend, a la Masia upbringing, elite tactical schooling at Bayern under Flick, and a player's intuition produces a rare coaching profile, part strategist, part mentor. Barcelona aren't simply adding another name to the backroom. They are folding into the staff someone who can remind players what it means to play with a certain tempo, to value the small triangulations that define the club's DNA. What will Thiago actually do day to day? Reports suggest a dual pathway. He'll support Flick tactically while also spending time with younger squad members, guiding decisions that weren't long ago the exclusive domain of veteran coaches. Picture meetings where XS and OS meet the practical wisdom of a player who's navigated Bayern's locker rooms and Liverpool's pressures. Picture training sessions where a young midfielder watches not only drills but the subtle posture adjustments Thiago suggests. The tiny shifts that let a pass split the field. That mentorship is immediate and incremental, and in a season where margins matter, those increments compound. The short-term ripples are clear. Communication will tighten, the integration of tactical ideas may speed up, and Flick gains an ally capable of translating intended patterns into player-friendly language. Over weeks, these ripples could grow into tangible changes. Sharper pressing maps, cleaner transitional phases, smoother midfield link-ups, things fans see on the scoreboard and pundits debate in the press. And because Thiago knows both the cultural code of Barca and Flick's methods from their shared history, he is uniquely placed to reduce friction between instruction and execution. But every reunion invites questions. How quickly will Thiago's voice register with a squad already evolving under Flick? Will his presence alter selection debates or merely refine existing ideas? The answer depends on chemistry, the trust between coach and player, the patience of the dressing room, and the immediacy of match results. What we can say with confidence is this return closes a loop. A La Masia graduate who left as a player returns to stitch tactical coherence back into a team chasing consistent excellence. The season ahead will reveal the depth of Thiago's impact. For now, his arrival reads like a tactical punctuation mark, brief, deliberate, and weighted with expectation. If Flick's vision needed a missing piece, the club has placed it at the table. A thinker who once ruled midfield corridors, now invited to shape the ones at the staff meeting. Fans will watch for small signs. A different training drill, a subtle shift in midfield patterns, or a young player who suddenly keeps the ball as if he's read from the same page. Those small signs are where revolutions quietly begin.